Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Welcome to your reading for the week of January 30th through February 5th. We have a full moon coming up on February 5th, so I'll be doing full moon videos this week. Yours will be out on Thursday, so keep your eye out for that. So you received here the card of breathing from Spirit, and it's actually, it's in the form of a dragon's breath, which is really interesting. And this breathing isn't, you know how people say just breathe or you need to take a breath? The thing about breathing is that it opens yourself up to receiving. So it's a very conscious act where you open yourself up to receiving guidance, support, help, whatever it is, calm, strength from the universe. And so it seems like this week you may find that you have the opportunity to need to take a breath. There's a lot of kind of stressful energy that is coming through. But I want to say, open yourself up to receiving this week. Remember, Cancer, that for you this year has a lot of luck attached to it. And so if you just keep reminding yourself that 2023 is lucky for me, right? 2023 is lucky for me. That this is the year for me. Whatever kind of affirmation you need to use, no matter what is going on around you, but there is a lot happening. There's a lot happening. The under here is the Empress energy. So that feels so significant. I'll tell you why that feels significant. Because the energy to anchor into is this meditative kind of energy here that we have around this Four of Pentacles, except that she's got her eyes closed and she's holding on tightly to her stuff, almost as though she doesn't want to see the negative stuff. But it doesn't feel bad. It feels like you are about to give birth to something really beautiful, and it almost feels more like the waiting part. And so this week, do you need to keep a close eye on your resources financially? I would say probably based on that. That being said, sometimes when we open ourselves up to receiving, and she's all closed off, right? She's protecting her space. So, opening up to receiving means I can afford to buy this little thing for myself. I could do this little thing for me. So this week I'm doing full moon videos, but next week they're going to be the success videos. So make sure you keep a lookout for that, because I feel like there's an opportunity that's coming and it's around the corner, because she was tucked below this Page of Wands, where you throw your arrow in the direction that you want to go, where you look how wide open she is. She is wide open and she is closed off. And so it is actually like, with the energy of that full moon, releasing your dream out into the universe. Like tossing your idea out there, going with it, and then breathing. Open yourself up to receiving back from the universe that which you are seeking. Because it's going to take some time to come in. Nothing's going to happen very quickly. We have, speaking of the energy of the 7, you have a couple of 7s that are here. So let's take a look at those. We have here, well, first off, the key to the situation is the 10 of Cups. So in the heart space, it's the knowingness that you are emotionally satisfied. This is choosing the joy in the now moment, no matter the circumstances around you, because there's a rainbow. So that means that sometimes it's not that easy. And honestly, this week, there's a lot of square energy that shows up all week long. What's really nice is that when the moon is in your sign, Cancer, it's enshrined with Venus and Pisces. And so Pisces wants to really empower you, and that energy really flows nicely to you. But it's going to be important that you stay focused on what your dream is and hold it in your heart. Hold it in your heart. So, Seven of Wands, in the area of where you've been seeking knowledge, it's kind of like, where's the high ground to stand on? Where should I, where should I take a stand? Not everything is worth taking a stand for, but some things are. They were showing me this map, that's why I paused. Because the 7 wands plus this page of wands, that's an 8 of wands energy. And that's like having a lot of things going on and the need to stay very centered and grounded in it and not get caught up in the busyness of things, to remember to breathe, to allow things to kind of fall into place when they need to. And this would be focused energy on one thing, the page of wands. And so it's almost as though when you have a lot of things coming at you, because she's looking away. And so it's like, not these 7 things. I'm going to focus on this one. I'm going to focus on this one right now, in this moment. Because when there's a lot coming, sometimes you just need to go, what one needs my focus? Because how do you transform the situations? It's this balancing act, this 2 of Pentacles. It's keeping everything in balance. And I think part of it is that you're still waiting for more information to come in. There's something that you don't know enough about yet. Because in the part of where the challenge is, we have this Page of Swords and seeking more knowledge. There's more information that is needed. Page of Wands is about information coming in. So you may not have all the information that you need yet. Because in the area of resources, we have the 7 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Pentacles is about allowing something to actually have time to grow. And a lot of times people say the 7 of Pentacles is about, it's not worth your time and your effort. Or I think you're wrong if that's what you think. Because see how small this plant is, but underneath, the roots are strong. And if you look at it, it really looks like a potato plant. It's producing a lot of fruit. And so just because you don't see what's happening, that you don't see what's growing, maybe it's not coming as quickly as you would like it to come, it's still happening. This 3 of Wands in the area of what's draining your energy is interesting. I can't quite pull the message off of that one. It feels like almost like you were waiting for the wave to be the right wave to catch, and you weren't sure. I am expectant and optimistic, and I know that my dream is on its way. All right. Okay, so patience. Breathe. Inhale the expectation and the knowingness that what you want wants you, right? And so the action to take is take some action. You do have to do something. It's not just about simply sitting and waiting. It is definitely about moving in the direction that you need to go. And I would say anchoring into the stability of knowing that that dream is going to come in the heart space. Speaking of Venus, trining your sign, here's this energy of Venus. Venus makes this star shape in the sky as she moves through it. It is the flower of life. And that's what she does. And this is leaning into it and trusting that the universe has you. And that's in the heart space. And both of these really have this energy of trusting that the universe is going to carry you. Breathe. Breathe in the knowingness. Breathe in the I'm open to receiving from the universe the bounty. That the abundance is already on its way. It's like the universe is pregnant with whatever it is that you want. So when that moon is in Gemini, on Monday, Tuesday, and part into Wednesday before it gets into your sign, Cancer, you have the card of Hecate's path. Hecate is amazing. Okay, so Hecate works in the night. to rescue souls that are lost in the woods and lead them to where they need to go. And for many of them, it's a crossing over kind of energy, but not always. Sometimes she takes them other places. But it's a cycle of life and night magic. It's the crossroads. It's the letting go. And so when that moon as it starts building toward that full moon, this is like exhaling and allowing the cycles to end so that a new cycle can begin. It's the night always becomes day. It's allowing things to move through its cycles, and you are so ruled by the cycles of the moon in particular, but everybody's ruled by all the cycles. But you can feel the shifts. And so when you come to this crossroad, this area where you're like, I'm not sure, breathe and be open to receiving. If you're in too much of a protective mode, if you're too closed up, the universe can't bring you what you want. And so what you want may look a little different than how you expect it to look. But it's coming. Feels really stealthy too. Like, I don't know why you can't. It's like you can feel the approach. You can sense the approach. You can't see it yet. It's almost like what I'm seeing is like a panther sneaking up behind you, but that's not like a bad thing, okay? So I don't want you to get freaked out by it. But it's just that it moves through the darkness, and you can feel it coming, but this panther is magic. The magic is coming. You can sense it, even if you can't see it yet. And so, yes, this week, take the breath. The news and the information you need is coming in. You'll know what to do, when to do it, and when you know what you need to do, take that action step. And I think it's really going to be like a step at a time kind of thing, and then all of a sudden it's going to be really quickly you start to see things. But this week, you have the card of deep rest when the moon is in Cancer. And so there is some serious, I actually, on Facebook every day I do videos. And this one is going to come with, on Thursday, it's going to come with the Crabby Pants Alert Day. Because the energy is just building all day. And it kind of gets confusing by the time murky by the time we get to Friday. And so take a step back. And rest and wait. And don't become too anxious about what is happening. Instead, breathe your way through it. And when you breathe, consciously open up to knowing that what's coming, the magic is coming. Can you trust the universe? Is what they're asking. So, you have nourished the sacred feminine, and here we have the sacred feminine energy this week. So, sacred feminine is the energy of receiving. Sacred feminine, energy of receiving. The universe is trying to birth something really important into your life, something that you desire, something that you want, and you may be feeling really impatient about it, but they're asking you to allow. So for instance, if you're baking a cake and you really, really want that cake, if you don't let it completely bake and you pull it out and it's half baked, it doesn't taste good. They're asking you to allow it to complete its cycle. I think the full moon completes a portion of the cycle. I don't think it's, we're on a journey. We're not on a, it's definitely, this year is going to have a lot of, the cycles of the energy will be such that there's the waiting, and then you get the hurdle you have to overcome, and on the other side, success, and then a little bit more of, it's what it feels like. It's got this rhythm this year. So I think we're gathering our energy and getting ready to clear hurdle. So you got to be ready for it. So bring your energy in, be open to receiving what it is you need. You have the word, befriend the word polarized. Befriend the word polarized. We live in a dual world. There is duality. You can't have one thing unless there's the opposite to it. Like reaching across to balance something. Again, the duality. Befriend the word befriend the word polarized. That's what this transformative energy is right here. Look at the colors and how they match up. It's totally what they're trying to tell us here. Okay, so, it's number 25, which is a 7. It's the energy this year, I'm telling you. Big, powerful energy. How can you speak more honestly and directly about your life? Is there something about yourself that you have been hiding in order to play it safe in the world? Rewrite your bio for your eyes only. No one else needs to see it, so let it flow. Display of your inner truth, bravery, to share your personal favor and your true opinions. Movement toward a goal. Opposing forces, transitions of growth, and making a stand in personal empowerment. It's not really helping me. I can't hold this message in. I'm really sorry. I'm going to try one more time going into here to this 2 of Pentacles and see what the message is here. And if not, I'm going to have to pull another deck out to see if I can get it. I'm not leaving us here. This right here is to remember I live an abundant life and I have more than I need. I have more than enough and there's more on the way. The 2 of Pentacles. I create an equilibrium in my life that allows me to be my best self. It's the tide. Okay. I create an equilibrium in my life that allows me to be my best self. Let's go back to the breath. When you breathe in, you open to receive. And then you receive. And then you have to exhale and release. And there's something about this rhythm, this bringing it in and releasing. And that's kind of the rhythm that you need to live in this week for sure. But I'm thinking in the whole of the year, maybe your whole of your life, where you understand that everything flows in cycles. And so what seems to be not happening right now is happening. It's just below the surface. And so breathe in and receive it. And then when you have received the abundance, you exhale some of it out. Because it has to flow through you. It can't just flow to you. It has to flow through you in order to create space to allow more in. So, if you're looking for financial resources and you get an influx of financial resources, then you need to spend it. Maybe on a bill, doesn't matter. But it can't just sit in your bank account. It has to be able to flow. You do want to take some of that, though, and remind yourself that you're abundant. So, buying yourself something small to remind yourself that you are abundant enough to be able to afford that. So something small. In your case, maybe you're on a very tight budget, but you need to get shampoo this week. And maybe what you decide to do is instead of buying the $1 shampoo, you buy the $3 shampoo. And it just makes you feel more abundant. It's a small thing, totally worth it. Right? And so it's that kind of thing. Or maybe you spend a dollar at the dollar store and you buy yourself a fun shade of nail polish and you paint your toenails, and so you look at it and it just makes you feel better. And it's open to receive, it's breathing, and then it's releasing, putting some of that back out there, and then taking and drawing a deep breath again. And so this is very much about finding your own rhythm this week. The give and the take and finding the balance and trusting. There's such an energy around here of being able to trust the universe is actually going to bring you what you want, what you desire. That's what the Fool card is. It's really trusting that everything is going to be okay. And so you are being called to trust this week. And befriending the polarized means that when the pendulum swings in one direction, it's going to swing back in the other. In the middle is the equilibrium, but it's got to go both ways. And that's where the momentum is. And that's the same way you breathe. You breathe in, you exhale, breathe in, and you exhale. And so there's a rhythm that has to be found somewhere here this week. So whether it's you work a lot and you play a lot, or, I don't know, there's some kind of a rhythm that balances out your life this week. And so for each of it's going to be a little different. It's up to you to figure out what that is, though, because this Knight of Swords, he's running to catch up to sit on a motorcycle, though, and that requires balance in order to move forward. But Spirit's leading the way. And so this means there's some thought that needs to go into it. And also when you're running, your breathing, it becomes very rhythmic. If you're running well, there's a rhythm to it. And that's how you stay in stride. And so there's something this week about finding your stride and being patient for the process. This year is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And this is only one phase of it. So just find your breath. I hope that was helpful. I'm going to do your full moon reading. You may find that more helpful. That is coming out on Thursday, and I'm on Facebook every day. I would love to see you over there. You guys take good care and breathe. Find your rhythm, because nourishing the sacred feminine means giving yourself what it is you need when you need it. And this week, I think you need a little downtime. Take a little downtime. Can't push hard all the time. All right? You guys take good care. I'll talk to you soon.